will now start with Duke. Duke advances to the West Regional in Anaheim on March 24 against the winner of Oregon and St. Joseph's. We're joined by Duke student athletes Grayson Allen and Brandon Ingram, along with head coach Mike Krzyzewski. And Coach Krzyzewski, would you please start off with an opening statement?
Yeah, well, the tournament's crazy. And you saw 2 games today where all 4 teams won a half. Yeah, and thank goodness, for us, we won, the last minute of the second half. And we knew going into the game we're playing a championship level team and a team that's old, extremely well coached and together. And everything went well, unbelievable for us in the first half. But I didn't think we ended the half well. And, it was one of those halves where everything we shot went in, and they had open looks. I think they were 1 for 11 from 3 in the first half. And I told my staff at halftime, I said, we have, kind of like fool's gold a little bit, in that we think we're playing better defense than we are, because their 2 wings are 40% three-point shooters, and they didn't hit a shot. And in the second half they did. And then Sherrod had a great game. And, the weight of the world was on our kids. And for a young group, Brandon hitting those 2 free throws is just a magnificent play. There can't be more pressure on him. And it's a 1-and-1. And we tipped the ball in to make it a 3-point. I don't think they tipped it in. I think we tipped it in. And so it was one of those things where everything, okay, basketball gods, what else are we going to do in here now? And they put Brandon Ingram on the line, and he came through. And so we beat a heck of a team. You can't simulate that type of game pressure. And for our kids to respond, the 1-3-1 helped us immensely. And then to hit those free throws down the stretch were terrific. And we're very proud of winning our 25th game and being a Sweet 16 team. It's a heck of a thing for this group.
Thank you, Coach. We will now open up to questions for the student athletes only. Please identify yourself and your media organization and direct questions to a particular student athlete. Questions for the student athletes? Right in front.
Hi, Grayson. Rich Thompson, Boston Herald. Just talk about, is this 3-point shooting infectious? Luke hits 2 in a row, and then the rest of the team just goes off on him.
I think for us, the 3-point shot is something that can give us energy, and we do have a lot of shooters on our team where we can get hot like we did in the first half. Luke starts the day hitting his first shot, Brandon starts hitting his first shot, I hit my first shot, and it can go like that for us where guys can get hot, and I think as a team we feed off of each other when we're doing that.
Questions for the student athletes? Right in front.
Dana O'Neill with ESPN. Brandon, can you just explain as a player what it's like in that moment the coach was talking about, and what's going through your head as you're stepping to the line to kind of sink those free throws with pretty much the entire gym kind of going against you?
What was going through my head is kind of just going back to practice. Coach Shire yesterday made me shoot about 100 free throws from the free throw line on the same end. So I knew I was there for a reason, and he put me in that position because I was going to be put in that position at the end of the game, and just went back to my routine and tried to knock the shots down.
One thing about that, John did a good thing. It was at that bucket.
Yes, sir.
And he hit 67 in a row after going 5 for 10 against Wilmington. And so keep shooting extra free throws. And keep listening to Coach Shire.
More questions for the student athletes right here.
And Grayson at halftime, You guys
Please
have-
identify yourself.
James Wadowski, Daily News. Grayson, obviously you guys take a huge lead into the half. You know, your coach is obviously trying to make sure you keep that sense of urgency. Are the players talking to each other on the court, you know, amongst yourselves, trying to make sure that you don't let up and allow Yale to get back into that game?
We were talking to each other, but at the same time, Yale's a really good team, and we knew they weren't going to give up. So we knew they were going to make a run. It was just up to us to respond to that run, stay composed, stay calm, and keep playing our basketball. Start out the half. I mean, they came out hitting shots, and for us, we shouldn't let the momentum carry and stop us from playing free and playing confident.
More questions for these student athletes over here.
Jack Dolgen, Duke Chronicle. Coach K talked about how toward the end of the first half he sensed a little bit of fool's gold and you guys starting to slow down. Did you guys on the court sense that as well?
Well, he said it to us at halftime that those guys had gotten open looks and they just hadn't knocked down the shots. So in the second half, we couldn't give them those open looks, and we did to start off the half, and they knocked them down. And so for us, you know, we had to be mindful of that going through the whole second half, that those guys had just made a shot, and that gives you confidence when you make a shot. And so we had to be mindful of where they were, and at the same time try to keep Mason under control.
More questions for the student athletes? Right in front.
Chris Gasper, Boston Globe. This one's for Grayson. In that moment in the second half when there's so much pressure, you guys are trying to hold on to the lead, how much does playing at Duke help you? Because you guys get everybody's best shot every time. And so in that moment in that second half when everybody's kind of against you and there's that push, how much does past experience of being at Duke and having that pressure constantly help you guys as a team weather the storm?
Well, for us, we had to come together. You know, I think it was pretty similar to ACC tournament when we had a big lead against Notre Dame, and Notre Dame came back. But in that game, we didn't come together. And in this game, thankfully, we had that experience to know that we needed to come together as a team. Because playing against a great team like that, they're going to make a run. They're going to keep fighting, and they have guys who can really score the ball. So for us, really coming together, we had a lot of huddles in the second half to just make sure guys were composed and just ready to play.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Thank you. We will now dismiss the student athletes back to the locker room.
Good job.
We will now open up for questions for Coach Krzyzewski. Question right here.
Jim Donaldson, Providence Journal. Coach, as impressive as both Wichita State's come back in the first game and certainly Yale's in this game were, it's also pretty impressive, especially for a young team like yours, to not panic and not let that get away. I mean, certainly from the perspective you've had, not that you've been on the comeback end that often, but in dealing with that,
This year we have.
how impressive is it for a team to not lose its poise and lose the game?
No, it's a great point, and you know, and I'm not saying you write, not just you, but everyone's going to write their articles, and you can say you blew a lead or whatever. You know, good teams are going to get on runs, and championship teams get on runs and win. And so Yale's a championship team. They're 18-1 since Christmas. And for us to weather that storm and have the wherewithal to be able to win, change the defense to 1-3-1. What Brandon did on top of that zone was magnificent because he shaded Mason and gave the other kids a little bit more room. So Mason never, it wasn't just a 1-3-1, it was how he was playing it. You can't practice against that unless you have a guy who's 6'8.5" and a 7'3" wingspan. And so you're absolutely right. I'm proud of our guys. I told them after the game. And at the last time out, I told them how proud I was of them because, especially in this tournament, teams lose those games. I mean, we see it. The tournament's only, you know, once we get to 64, 3 days old. Are you kidding me? All the, you know, it's incredible because people always believe in miracles during this time, and they don't believe that they're ever out of it. And what that produces is miracles, or the response, tough responses like we had tonight, this afternoon. And I think Andy Katz asked yesterday what neutral, how come there is so much parity in that. I talked about championship teams, but also some of the teams that are real. Yale's not this because they're a championship team, but it's like free money, and they don't face that during the year. And so they're a championship team, and then they're expected not to win. And all of a sudden, that combination produces something in a human being, and human beings, that creates this type of attitude, this miracle. I can do a miracle. I can hit a shot. We can win, and it's magnificent. It's magnificent, and what we have to do, because we're expected to win no matter who we are, age or number of players, we have to be able to respond to that. And tonight, this afternoon, I keep saying this afternoon, we were able to do that at the end. I'm very proud of my team for being able to do that.
More questions for Coach? Right here.
James Woodhouse, Yale Daily News. Coach, obviously yesterday a lot was talked about Makai Mason. In the post-game, you two shared a couple moments. What did you say to him there? And
yeah, just what a magnificent year he's had, and that I wanted to let him know I do remember you. We just recruited Tyus, and but we loved him, and one of the things we loved about him was his relationship with his father. Yeah, and it's produced something deep, a love for the game, a belief in yourself to go along with his talents. And that's what I told Zess. You should tell your dad, thank you, because the two of you have been a great team to make you a great player.
More questions? Question over here.
Sean Flynn, Breitbart. Coach is right keys on the whiteboard before the game, and rebound margin, field goal percentage, defense are usually two of them. Well, obviously, you lost one of those categories and won another. Which of your pregame keys do you feel Duke won?
Just more points than them. That was the main thing. It's obvious we didn't rebound very well. But we knew we were going to get open shots. And we told our guys a big key for the game was to be ready to shoot. In that, against Wilmington pressed, and they created this full court thing where you were more catch and dribble. Yale plays good defense, but they give you a little bit of room. And although it's good man, you got to be careful not where it doesn't stand you up. So a key to the ball game was be ready to shoot, and our guys were. And we did that extremely well. And it negated, we were able to overcome the rebounding differential as a result of that. And that's what we have to do anyway. We're not going to be that much better rebounding. But when those three kids score, 67 of our 71 points are from three kids. So when Luke joins those other two, then we become a little bit better.
Question, Dana.
Dana O'Neill with ESPN. Would Brandon have had that confidence, do you think, to do what he did today earlier in the season, or is this a product of an outgrowth of experience at a young age?
Yeah, Dana, he's continued to get better, and he works all the time, and we work with him, and we try to put him in situations where he can use his instincts, and he'll go and shoot on his own and whatever. I said, don't just shoot. I said, try to, when you're doing it by yourself, and we do it when we're working with them, just create a shot. You're good enough to create shots. And then if you hit them, someone's going to say that I taught you that. And And so we put that in his mind that it's okay to kind of be you. And, you know, he's gotten better and better. And he deserves that. He's not a plant that should be put in a jar. He's a plant that should be allowed to grow. And he's grown immensely.
More questions right in front.
Mike, Rich Thompson, Boston Herald. I believe it's your 23rd trip to the Sweet 16. My question is, can you really appreciate this group for how hard they had to work to get to this one?
Yeah, I think I appreciate them more than anybody, because I've said it since Emil went out, that we might not make the tournament. And, you know, Chase has started to play well this last month, but basically we're a six-man team. And, you know, Chase and Brandon aren't going to be 19 until next September. You know, they're 18 years old. Derek is 18. And so I have an unbelievable appreciation for it. That's why Grayson carrying us a lot, and then Marshall Plumlee has been as valuable a guy as we've had, and because he's played all these minutes. And when he didn't have a good scoring night tonight, but he played well. And our house is on a cliff, and we hope it doesn't rain. You know, and that's who we've been. And so I really have an appreciation for that. And, you know, it's not what the teams that I've coached have done. It's what this team is doing, and it be in their moment. So, you know, I've coached a lot of I've coached more NCAA games than anybody. And, but I tell you what, I don't know if you probably shouldn't watch me very much, but if you did, you'd see a very excited and emotional coach who, you know, looks not age-wise or physique-wise like he was when he was a coach at Army. And that's what each of my teams deserve from me and my staff, is that level of commitment.
Okay, we have time for one more question. We'll go right over here.
Thanks. Jack Dolgen, Duke Chronicle. You've talked throughout the year of the importance of face, of how you come off on the court and off the court. Toward the end of the first half, when there was a 6-2 run for Yale, did you see that maybe that was slipping a little bit for you guys?
Not so much the face, but Grayson was in a zone there, you know, like and when he hit the last one, he came back, and he didn't know who he had, and he was in La La Land. And that's what I saw. And they got open, and then he commits that dumb foul. I mean, he fouled in the last, like, what are you doing? So it wasn't like it was a face of neglect or scared or anything. It was just La La Land. You know, like, where are you, man? You know, get back in the game. So it's tough to change that. It's you know, we're young, and so we acted young. They're old, and they acted old, and it produced that second half. So they were good, though. They were really good, and then we helped them. So, yeah. Look, I know that's the last question. I want to thank the people here in Providence. What a great setup. I know there's so many volunteers. This was a great site. We were treated unbelievably well. So again, thank you, and for all of you, we'll see you in California. All right.
Thank you, Coach.